Tell me.
गुड मॉर्निंग सर, मैं सानिया बात कर रही हूँ, हाउस ऑफ अभिनंदन लोधा से।
हाय, टेल मी।
सर हमारा न्यू प्रोजेक्ट लॉन्च हुआ है फुटहिल्स ऑफ माथेरान में।
ओके।
प्लॉट डेवलपमेंट का, जो हम 25+ एमिनिटीज के साथ दे रहे सर। तो मैं जान सकती हूँ कि आप देख लो। हेलो।
देख रहा हूँ, हाँ मैं देख रहा हूँ।
तो सर हमारा ना लैंड पार्सल 1.106 एकर्स का है सर। और 1000 से 10,000 तक का स्क्वायर फीट है सर।
ओके। नहीं मुझे, हाँ तो मुझे लगभग 3000 स्क्वायर फीट का प्लॉट का इंटरेस्ट है।
कितने का सर?
3000 स्क्वायर फीट।
ओके
ओके, मिड साइज 3000 4000।
ओके।
लेकिन मुझे जानना है कि उसके ऊपर कितना कंस्ट्रक्शन हो सकता है, बांधकाम कितना हो सकता है।
जैसे सर आप अगर 1000 के ऊपर लोगे ना तो आपको ना 200 एक्स्ट्रा स्क्वायर फीट मिलेगा सर।
हाँ वो
और
ठीक है, जमीन एक्स्ट्रा मिलेगा। मतलब तुम अगर मैं 4000 लूंगा तो 4000 के ऊपर 800 एक्स्ट्रा मिलेगा, ऐसे
200 एक्स्ट्रा मिलेगा सर।
4000 के ऊपर भी 200 ही एक्स्ट्रा मिलेगा।
जी सर, 1000 के ऊपर आप लोगे ना तो 200 एक्स्ट्रा मिलेगा।
ओके, वेरी गुड। तो चलो 200 एक्स्ट्रा मिला, अभी उसके ऊपर कितना कंस्ट्रक्शन कर सकते हैं। मुझे अल्टीमेटली वहाँ पे केले और मिर्ची और टमाटर ये सब उगाना नहीं है, करेक्ट। मुझे बंगलो क्रिएट करना है, करेक्ट।
करेक्ट।
तो वो बंगलो कितना मैं बना सकता हूँ, कितने स्क्वायर फीट का बंगलो बना सकता हूँ, ये मैं जानना चाहता हूँ।
सर 1300 स्क्वायर फीट का एरिया है सर ये।
हाँ 1300 स्क्वायर फीट का जमीन है।
हाँ बराबर।
तो 1300 स्क्वायर फीट हो या जितना भी उससे ज्यादा हो, लेकिन उसके ऊपर मिर्ची और टमाटर उगाने के सिवा कोई काम कर सकता हूँ, मैं वो जानना चाहता हूँ। करेक्ट। आई हैव टू बिल्ड अ बंगलो, करेक्ट। बंगला प्लॉट है ना, बंगलो प्लॉट है ना।
करेक्ट करेक्ट।
तो बंगलो कितना स्क्वायर फीट का बना सकते हैं, परमिशन कितने स्क्वायर फीट का मिलता है वहाँ पर, वो एरिया में, वो जगह में, तो कौन मुझे बताएगा।
सर आपको पूरा 1300 स्क्वायर फीट मिलेगा, जितना आप लोगे उतना।
13, मैडम आप समझ नहीं रहे हो, FSI कितना है।
मतलब आप बोलना चाहते हो कि
आप
मुझे एरिया।
FSI नहीं समझ रहे हो, आपके सीनियर को दो, आपके सीनियर को फोन दो। आपको FSI के बारे में कुछ भी पता नहीं है, ओके। आप लाइन ट्रांसफर दे रहे हो।
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, hi sir.
Okay, listen. So I am interested in a mid-sized plot.
Okay.
Around 3000 square feet or more.
Okay.
Okay. One thing is she was saying 200 square feet extra मिलेगा 200. तो 1000 लेंगे तो 200 एक्स्ट्रा मिलेगा. तो 3000 लेंगे तो 200 करके 600 एक्स्ट्रा मिलेगा, करेक्ट।
नहीं सर, कोई भी साइज लोगे ना उस पे 200 स्क्वायर फीट ज्यादा मिलेगा।
200 स्क्वायर फीट ज्यादा। चलो ठीक है, वो ठीक। दैट इज वन थिंग। So what is the rate for a 3000 square feet or 3600 square feet?
3000 ना। या 1 सेकंड सर, आई एम चेकिंग द प्राइस लिस्ट। मेरे पास वो प्राइस लिस्ट है। एंड सर मेरे साथ ना एक प्रोडक्ट एक्सपर्ट भी है। तो एक बार मैं, एक ही मिनट सर, एक ही मिनट। हेलो।
Yeah.
Hi. My name is Shafaq, sir. I'm from the product team. Yes, sir. Yes, hi, sir.
So Shafaq, your colleague didn't know the answers. I was asking her two things.
जी.
One is she says if you buy 1000 square feet, you get 200 square feet extra.
Yes, that is 1200. Yes, correct.
If I buy 3000 square feet, am I going to get another 200 and 200, therefore 3600, or only?
No, sir. So I'll tell you, sir, how it works. Basically, we have 4 type of plot sizes.
Okay.
5 types basically: 1000, 1300, 2000, 4600 and 9600. तो ये 5 कैटेगरी है सर। इन हर कैटेगरी में 200 स्क्वायर फीट इज व्हाट यू विल बी गेटिंग।
Which means basically when you say 9600, I should count it as 9800.
Yes,
when
correct.
When you are saying 40, how much? 4600.
4600, so you should count it as
4800.
Yes.
So let us
correct.
start with 4800.
Yes.
Now 4800 square feet, the mid size is what I am interested in.
Okay.
What does it cost, first of all?
So basically, if you talk about the 4,800 square feet with me, so the all-inclusive pricing that I can tell you about the same for the 4,800. Just a second, okay? So the 4,800, the all-inclusive costing, that will cover up your stamp duty, registration, each and everything is 96.84 lakhs. Now this is the entire full and final all-in amount.
Crore of rupees.
Near a crore, yes.
Crore of rupees for 4,600. Now, what are the dimensions of the 4,600?
So ideally, sir, your 4,800 square feet. So roughly, each plot is somewhere by 12 by 12 and a half to 10 and a half meters. Roughly, each and every plot.
Feet, if you don't know.
In feet. Okay. In feet, okay. You can hold on for just a second as well,
What is the dimension? Because the dimension will determine the usability.
So ideally,
narrow, right? It shouldn't be a narrow plot. If it's a narrow plot, then you're.
So ideally, all your plots are somewhere very close to being a square. Okay. Like I said, ideally, yeah. So I'll as well I'll get my head from the design team. He's also available here. I'll just hand over the call to him. So he'll be able to specify this particular part with you. Just a second. हेलो या सर आई हैड जस्ट आस्क्ड विद हिम आपको 1 मिनट का टाइम दीजिए अकॉर्डिंगली जैसे वो बताता मैं आपको बोलता हूँ एंड सेकंड क्वेरी क्या थी हाँ जी बाय द टाइम आप सेकंड क्वेरी बता
Okay, I'm assuming for right now that it is kind of square or square.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ji.
Now, the second query is what is the FSI, floor space index?
So, sir, basically your FSI on the same plot is of 1.3. So, in a 4,800 square feet plot, it would be you would be getting a 6,240 square feet of built-up area, 6,240.
Okay. 6,240 square feet. I can living space. I can build.
Yes. That is the living space that you can very well build upon it.
Okay.
So, आपका yes.
Now, third thing is what is the height I can reach? Is there a height restriction?
Yes,
when
sir.
I build 6,000 this thing, suppose I don't know, it might be a thin long tower of 1,000 square feet on every floor.
Correct. So I'll tell you, there is a height restriction of 45 feet on your structure. So any individual on the development cannot go beyond 45 feet of height with their bungalow or with their villa.
Okay.
So ideally, per floor, yes.
Three stories. So
yes, ground plus 2 plus terrace. Yes.
Plus 2 plus terrace.
Correct.
Is what we are looking.
Is ideally what you can very well go up for your villa construction. Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. And the fourth thing is, what are the amenities that you are providing? See, I will be paying nearly 1 crore of rupees for just land. Okay. And land in the outer part, like it's the way outer part, Neral, right?
Yes, sir, Neral. Near between Neral and Matheran. So there are almost 30 plus amenities in the development that we are providing. So basically, if you can, I can enlist on this call as well. But will it be possible if you can come up for a virtual call with me?
Yeah, virtual call and all, we can do that. But if you can just explain to me, I'm a very verbal.
So
I listen to things rather than watch pictures.
Rather than seeing it. Okay, so I'll tell you. First of all, sir, the entire project is RERA registered. Each and every plot that I'm offering you is a proper serviced plot. So by that, it means your plot will be properly flat leveled. We'll provide you, first of all, boundary fencing and electricity supply and drinking water supply till each and every plot. This is the number one thing, which is your major infra support that is going to be there till every plot, till your plot. Moreover to it, added to the same, there are 30 plus amenities that I'm telling you about the project. So ideally, you are going to have a proper clubhouse that is spread over an area of 40,000 square feet. You have major of your indoor-outdoor amenities around the clubhouse. You have your multi-purpose court. You have a swimming pool. You have a lounge inside. You have business centers, community halls, co-working spaces. Apart from that, you as well have guest houses in the development. So, for example, if a lot of family or friends are coming along with you, maybe when you are visiting the same location and by the time your house development is something which has not yet happened. So, for that time you have guest houses as well available on the same.
Okay.
Moreover to it, you have other of your outdoor amenities, like there's going to be an artificial river that we are creating at the center of the development. Around that, you'll have major of your outdoor amenities in the form of your tree houses, bird watching machan, your indoor, your majorly your cycling, jogging track, rock climbing. Apart from that, at one section of the development, there's going to be a horse stable as well for you. So wherein, you can use horse riding as an amenity. Apart from that, there is a celebration square. So basically, that's an open space at the right at the center of the development, wherein, we have provision for a giant wheel, live match screening, plus sit-out area, your flea markets, all of those things.
Flea market?
Yeah, like a proper, like a community fair is what throughout. So the project is by the name Celebration Land. So we have added this particular theme to the development, that every month we'll be celebrating a lot of festivals as well throughout the development, like your Christmas, your New Year, your Diwali, like your fun fair, all of those things. So we have provision for all of this in that particular open space. Apart from that, and throughout there is a river. There is a proper river by the name Shilar. It is a tributary of Foothills River that flows it in that entire region. So there is that river which is flowing parallel to the development as well. So you have an artificial river inside the project surrounding some of its amenities. Moreover to it, there's a natural perennial river as well flowing from one side of the development parallelly. So that is something. Moreover to it, I'll also be sharing if this number is active on WhatsApp.
Let us stay with the essentials, because I understand there are all these extras. Okay,
correct.
But normally one lives inside the house and maybe spends 1 hour in the club.
Correct.
Okay, so let us concentrate on what is provided.
What is on your plot?
The plot. Okay.
Correct.
On the plot, I'll be making a villa. Okay.
You will be making a villa, yes.
So 6,000 square feet.
6240, yes. 6240.
So quite spacious.
Yes.
Okay. Now the question is that plot, does it have any restrictions? Are you going to be selling the plot to me, like transferring the plot to me?
Yes, sir. So the 712 document or the 712 document of the plot is something that will be on your name individually for your plot. The title document, the NA document, each and every documentation that we'll be, providing you, everything will be specifically on your name for your independent land, for your individual plot.
Okay.
So all of these, throughout your stamp duty registration, every legal verification, we'll be providing our complete assistance so that you don't have to go through any hassle while getting these documentation work, and we'll be assisting completely. And ये सारे के सारे documents हम लोग आपको provide करेंगे on your name for your plot.
Now at what point of time will that be?
At what point of time?
Meaning you will be giving me possession, correct?
Correct. So basically,
so possession will be when the plot is ready. You will give me possession, right? Like when you have done everything, you will give me possession, or you
correct.
do it. So give me possession first, and you will then start continuing.
No. So basically, जब मैं आपको possession दूंगा, at that point of time, sir, all of the amenities and everything in terms of plotting will as well be done. So I'll provide you a full and final handover of the entire development.
When is that?
So that as per RERA, it is June 2025, but our own timeline is of December 2024 to keep a buffer of 6 to 8 months, considering, yes.
Fine. I'll take it as 2025 only. Since you declared to RERA that it is June 2025.
Yes.
I'll take it that.
Okay.
In 2025, so assuming that I make the necessary payments and the final payment will be there
at the time of possession.
Okay. You are going to transfer the title to me at the time of possession. So we enter into agreement before that.
Yes. So as of now in August, you will enter into agreement of sale. So that will say that I will be transferring the title and Sarbara of this plot from our name to your name, considering provided all of these payment timelines.
At the time of the agreement of sale or afterwards at the end?
So right now you'll have the agreement of sale in the month of August itself. That will specify that I am agreeing to transfer this plot on your name, the title and the Sarbara, taking in factor the part that all your payment timelines are completed before possession, and that is when once it is done, the title and everything will be transferred on your name. And once once the final payment happens, that is when at the time of intimation of possession, once you make the final payment with us, and that at that time you have the final registration done once again, wherein it specifies that every payment is done, the transactions have happened. Now all the ownership, the documentation, everything has been transferred to your name.
Okay. Now, once I become the owner of that property,
G.
6,000 square feet.
G.
How I'm going to, I mean, not 6,000, 6,200 or whatever the.
Yes, 6240, yes.
6240. Now, as I said, I can construct, there are a variety of ways in which I can construct. Using that same space. I can utilize the same space in any one of a variety of ways. Okay.
G. Correct.
For example, I could make a very flat 2-story structure.
Correct.
Okay. Or so and so on and so forth. There are ways. Now there must be some. Are there some design constraints? I think there should be some design constraints.
So there are some very limited design guidelines from our end. So that are not typically to to alter with any of your designing requirements. These are basically
what are those design guidelines?
So basically, the design of your house has to be in a way that it does not get very much different from the entire theme of the development. So, that's what it would include. So basically, in terms of the entry gate of your plot is something जो we would want कि थोड़ा सबका similar हो. Similarly, जो outer layer का जो paint होता है, so that is something that we would want कि वो completely ऐसा ना हो कि किसी ने कुछ purple या green ही कर लिया हो. So that is something जो हम लोग थोड़ा सा basic
में रखते हैं. Where is it written? So design guidelines where are they?
So basically, your design guidelines comes at the time of, just before possession. At that point of time is wherein our team of architects and contractors are appointed. So the ones who will be helping you. So ideally for your construction, there are both the options available. If you have someone in your connect who's an architect or a contractor and you would want them to do your house, so you can very well go via them as well. Or else our team of architects and contractors are appointed at that particular time, just 4 to 5 months before the possession is nearby. That is at that particular point of time, they devise out, they note down the, they release the entire.
There's a problem here. The design guidelines is something I have to know now, because my finished product where I am concerned is the bungalow. Okay?
G. Correct.
Now, how I am going to be able to construct or not construct? Okay, it should not be, okay, now there are two things. One is you will be transferring the title to me.
G, definitely.
Title means I own the land.
Yes, you own the land.
Now, suppose I own a car. You don't tell me that I can't give my neighbor's kids a joyride on Sunday. I can do anything I want with my car. It is my car. I can drive it.
Correct.
I can drive it to Bangalore. I can drive it to Russia if I can get the
Correct. Agreed.
You can't tell me, no, sir, you can't go international with this. Correct?
Correct.
So in the same way, when you transfer the title to me, I can do anything. Now,
correct.
So there, and this goes for all the plot holders.
I understood. Yes.
Therefore, your whatever guidelines are there have to be very specific and they have to be mentioned in the agreement stage itself.
Correct. So basically,
so that you can at least say this guy agreed in the agreement not to paint his house purple.
Correct. So yes, sir.
So
agreed.
Suppose we have a neon colored paint available. Okay. Neon glowing purple. Let us say Asian Paints puts out some bright color which glows in the dark.
Correct.
Now, suppose I take it into my mind that I want my whole house painted glow in the dark.
Correct.
And you guys say, no, he can't do that. Or sparkle, I don't know. Or I decorate it, it'll be pulsating light all the time. Now, you guys have to have some guideline to say, these guys can't do this. I mean,
correct.
So my question is, where are those guidelines? And those guidelines have to be in the agreement, correct?
Correct.
Because after the agreement, I'll say, boss, I'm the title. I'm the title holder. I'm the owner.
Correct.
Where are those guidelines?
So basically, yes. So at this point of time, the agreement document will have this mentioned in one of the annexures that, we transferred the document, the ownership documents to you, considering this factor as well that while making your house, while developing the same, you'll be following the construction guidelines as well. You'll be considering the same as well while your house is being developed. And
no,
the guidelines.
There's a problem. There's a problem.
You would want to know the exact
guidelines. I would want to know
now.
it not then. I would want to know it now at the point of
now.
entry. Because suppose I have some entirely, so I gave you an example where I might have some entirely unreasonable intention. But what if I have some entirely reasonable intention? Okay, very reasonable, but you guys say no, you can't do that. Why?
Okay,
because
you don't want it. So you don't want it to happen at that particular point of time.
You may have some very unreasonable restriction.
Correct.
Reasonable intention, you may have unreasonable restriction. So I
Understood.
want to know what is the restriction, both ways, so that my neighbors don't. I want safety from two things. One is my neighbor should not be crazy.
I understood that part.
Second is I should not be able to. I mean, I should not have to get into a dispute with you guys to do what I'm doing
regarding the same. Correct. So, understood.
वो guidelines किधर है? I need to know because my end point is the bungalow, is the villa.
Correct. Understand.
The land is just until the villa is built, I am not enjoying my land at all. I'll start enjoying my land after the villa is built.
So we can do one thing. I can just check with my design team and that guideline is ready. I'll be able to share the same with you.
Is the guideline going to be part of the agreement?
Yes.
Okay. The agreement says all the things, sewage, drainage, all those things.
So the agreement talks about everything. So basically, electricity, water supply.
I was just Udte Nazar mein I opened the RERA agreement. We are talking, and I just downloaded it from RERA. And what I'm seeing is I did a text search for sewage and drainage because I'm concerned because we are outside city limits. I want to know where the drainage is going, where the sewage is connected, or whether it will be connected. No mention of sewage or drainage. So drainage means two things. There are two concerns. One is storm water. See, we are at Foothills of Matheran.
Correct.
Foothills means hills ke upar barish aayega, it is going to come cascading down to the lower level.
Correct.
I don't know how low we are. I have no this thing. वो सब आने के बाद पता चलेगा. I don't know what the topography is over there.
Correct.
I'm just assuming it's not like inside a valley sort of formation where all the water will cascade. Otherwise, it will turn into a flood where water comes up to the second floor.
Correct. No, I understand. So basically,
what is the drainage? What is the whole thing? That's something I need to know before I get into the situation.
Correct.
Stormwater drain. Again, the foothills. So again, I'm now. The foothills means what is the elevation, what is the topography. Okay, it is going to affect the quality of life over there.
So basically, if I talk about the topography first, so the entire land is basically a contour land. So after every 10-meter horizontal, there is an elevation of 1 meter. Okay.
So it is on a slope. It is built on the side of a hill. Is it?
Yes. So basically, it is on the foothills, but it is a contour land. So there is a slope to it. But considering the same part, each and every plot will be properly flat leveled in the form like how you have seating arrangement in an auditorium or a movie theater on a step elevation form.
Okay.
Is how your plotting will be done.
Now there gives me another area of concern, which is mudslides and landslides. Okay. So until this is when a builder constructs the whole tower.
Correct.
He will have to do the underground में क्या है.
Correct.
Where he is going to find the bedrock, where he is going to put his foundation. That is something you guys will do. Okay.
Yes. So we'll be doing.
No, wait. Where is the bedrock is something you will do usually if you are building.
Correct.
So if you are not building, I need to know where is the bedrock. And you guys have to do that study, geological study.
Correct.
And give me the knowledge of where is the bedrock. So, or is it there is a hillside. I don't know whether it is composed entirely of soil or whether it is largely of rock. So, what is the nature of the hillside? Geologically is something I am not aware of. Now, you guys need to give me that. And it has to be given to me right in the outset, because I don't want to take the land and then find, अरे बाबा इधर landslide होने वाला है, ये चलता है,
नहीं
ये होने वाला नहीं,
that is what I
will
was
have to bear huge costs in going very, very deep underground.
No, you don't have to do that because, like I said, it's going to be a proper flat land. So any such thing will not happen. I'll tell you why. Because that is done. I'm saying that's what I'm saying. So basically, yes, it is done. And throughout each and every plot, we have properly we'll be constructing retainer walls as well, to prevent any such thing from happening. So you will have
one thing. Retainer wall will not survive the pressure of a bad rainfall. One day's rainfall will overcome any retainer wall. Okay, if it's bad enough. So again, my question is, see, there you have to provide me with geological studies. Now, as I am seeing on RERA, I am not seeing geological study where the bedrock is and all that kind of thing. I am not seeing any of that. I am not seeing topology. I am not seeing iska slope kaisa hai.
Correct. So that is something which is not available on RERA about the nature of the land and everything in terms of the geological. Correct. It should be on RERA. These things are not mentioned accordingly by the developer or.
Not only that, your agreement is saying, जो ये agreement के अंदर है, that constitutes the full and final.
Correct. Okay. I know, I understood that part. So these are some set of information that I would be requiring for you to provide from the design stage.
From the, not design, from the, I don't know which team that is going to be.
Yes. So the technical design team will be doing the plotting work.
Second is,
so they are the ones who are aware about the
here, which is saying that this is the full and final. जो agreement के अंदर है, वही full and final. Okay. Which means you cannot refer to brochure or this or that or anything. There is
so basically,
in the agreement, you want me to read you the clause of the agreement? I'll read it to you. What they are saying is that nothing outside of this agreement, this is the whole agreement, this is the entire agreement. जो भी है ये agreement के अंदर है, agreement के बाहर का कुछ भी वो है, किसी ने कुछ भी समझाया, कुछ भी बोला, it has no meaning.
नहीं. So that is why we do not commit anything outside the agreement document as well.
So that is why I'm asking you again. See, when this is the clause. Now I have to take precaution because you have not mentioned sewage or drainage.
Correct. So
when sewage and drainage is not mentioned, sewage kaisa hai? What is the nature of the sewage?
So
are you
basically,
thinking of septic tanks? I will have to build my own individual septic tank?
Yes, sir. You'll have to build your own individual septic tank on the same for your plot. So it's going to be like a 12 to 15 feet deep septic tank that you will have to build. Considering it's a second home development, ideally 10 to 12 years is something जिसमें एक बार आपको cleaning करानी रहेगी उसकी.
Okay, so मेरा septic tank, now we are on a slope. Okay.
जी.
You see, if you build a septic tank for the entire township, that is one thing.
No. So that will happen individually for each and every plot.
It will happen individually for each and every plot means that if I have an uphill, couple of neighbors who built their septic tanks badly, paisa bachaya, I am downhill of them. Do you get my drift?
I get.
If there is a septic tank which is, let us say, at my first floor level, which is, let us say, 50 meters away. I don't know the slope of your land. So I can't.
Every 10 meter has a 1 meter elevation.
Every 10 meter has a 1 meter elevation. Which means 50 meters away you have a 5 meter elevation. Okay. Now this guy builds a septic tank, which then proceeds to drain, and it will drain downhill. So my quality of life will depend on what the other guy does with his septic tank. Whether he has an adequate septic tank, whether he pumps it out regularly. He has to pump it out, right? If the septic tank is going to fill up.
He has to pump it out every between 10 to 12 years. Once he has to do it.
No, 10 to 12 years depends on his usage.
And considering it's a second home development, ideally it takes 10 to 12 years once you have to get it
but
done.
Suppose someone actually decides to inhabit it, nothing preventing him from inhabitable.
Correct.
So
ideally
if he
7
builds
to
an
8 years.
inadequate septic tank saying 10 to 12 years, छोड़ यार एक खड्डा और एक नाला
No, but
बना
if
देंगे.
he's using it on a daily basis, then even he would want it to be like properly built.
Yes, of course, but you can always.
Definitely, obviously.
You heard the expression throw the dead cat into the neighbor's compound.
Yeah.
Right? So Indians are fantastic at throwing dead cats into the neighbor's compound, right? मरा हुआ बिल्ली मिला, I don't want to bother with the disposal, it's bothering me. बाजू वाला है क्या नहीं है ना, टप्स करके उसके कंपाउंड में डाल दे, खत्म कर. So same thing happens here. My problem can easily become somebody else's problem. All I have to do is divert the thing out of my compound. फिर वो किसी और का है, वो राम भरोसे. Correct.
So basically,
so what I'm saying is, okay, so there is going to be septic tank. Now you guys should have mentioned septic tank somewhere in the agreement. Septic tank is nowhere mentioned in the agreement.
So septic tank is something that has to be developed by the owner itself, the plot.
No, वो ठीक है. That has to be mentioned in the agreement, na?
That we are not building the septic tank.
No, that you are not providing any sewage and drainage.
Yeah, so even if you see it on RERA, that sewage part is kept blank. That signifies that it is not there.
So I have to take it that from that I have to pick up a clue that sewage and drainage will not be. Drainage. What about stormwater drainage?
So basically, the design team definitely has, the entire provision for the stormwater drainage, water runoff as well.
Whether is there going to be stormwater drainage? Because stormwater drainage is also not mentioned in the agreement.
Yes, sir. So basically, in RERA, when you have to mention a thing, you have to provide the detailings of who the vendor is who is doing the work, who the contractor is who appointed.
No.
At this
You
point
just
of
have to
time,
mention the dimension. You have to mention the dimension.
Correct. To mention the dimension, there has to be a specific individual who is doing the same, who has,
No, that's not necessary. The main thing is, see, have you thought it through? Okay. The quality of the road. Now you are going to have it on a hillside, right?
Correct. So it's going to be a proper asphalt-made road, yes. It's going to be a proper asphalt-made road.
Let me search asphalt and see if I'm getting asphalt. Asphalt, no. Asphalt is not mentioned.
Yes, so it is not mentioned.
Road.
So
let me just see road. Let me search road. I'm seeing 5 instances of road. 5 instances. Internal roads and street lights. Then I am seeing common roads, make use of common roads and internal roads.
Obviously, so that is something that will typically
roads, then there is roads and open spaces. Now, nowhere is it mentioned whether it is going to be kacha road, pakka road, brick road, cobblestone road, concrete road, asphalt road. Now, the quality of my life depends on the kind of roads that you guys make.
It also depends upon the trust you have on the brand as well.
No, it doesn't, because the brand is very clearly saying that the agreement, see, I'm not going to leave anything thinking that Abhinandan Lodha is a nice guy, Mangal Prabhat's younger son, nice chap, I went to school with him or whatever. ऐसा नहीं है ना? So, everything that has to be mentioned in the agreement. So, do one thing. See, this, the agreement which is uploaded on RERA, we are supposed to upload a full and complete agreement on RERA.
Ideally,
सुनो आपने अभी जो भी amenities बोला, I have come to the annexure. It is called annexure D. Okay.
Annexure D and C.
Now you are saying banquet, swimming pool, kids pool, riverside camping, and all that blah blah. Okay, retail convenience store and all. Not even in one place any dimensions have been written. So the thing is, you say party lawn. Is the party lawn a 20 by 20 space, or is it a 100 meter by 100 meter space? I have no idea.
Correct.
Okay. Water fountain. Water fountain can be anything. It can be very, very small.
Correct.
So cabana. How many cabana? What cabana? These words sound very nice, but unless the dimensions are there, clearly I don't know what is the multi-purpose court. How big is the multi-purpose court? So you are not telling me anything. And the agreement is saying that this agreement is full and final. Okay, let me read it to you. Entire agreement. This is clause number 16. The parties agree that the agreement schedules, annexures and exhibits and amendments hereto and any amendments hereto constitute the entire understanding between the parties concerning the subject matter hereof. The terms and conditions of this agreement override, supersedes, cancels any prior oral or written all agreements, negotiations, commitments, writings, discussions, representations and warranties made by the promoter in any documents, brochures, advertisements, hoardings, etc. and through any other medium. That any other medium includes you. Whatever you are saying, if it is not in the agreement, is as good as not there. Okay.
Correct.
So what and anything, if something is inconsistent, it is inconsistent with this agreement means the agreement stands and whatever is inconsistent is not there. So suppose today you told me, sir, don't worry, asphalt road hai.
जी.
Sir, don't worry, 36 inches ka concrete road hai.
जी.
Okay, with a big heavy highway quality ka concrete road bana rahe. Suppose you say that.
जी.
It doesn't mean a thing unless it is here in this. All those things you told me about the amenities doesn't mean a thing until and unless it is in this agreement, and it is not in this agreement.
Okay, so yeah.
Now, based on what? So here's what my suggestion to you.
जी.
Is there a full and final agreement? अच्छा, इसके अंदर 1.3 FSI भी नहीं है. By the way, I was searching while you are talking, and I looked for FSI. Okay, and I did not find a single instance. I found only one instance, which is in the definition. Okay, FSI shall mean aggregate amount of floor space indexed by whatever name called that can be utilized by the purchaser for the purpose of construction of the plot on the plot. Another instance is the purchaser is aware that a particular amount of FSI has been provided to the purchaser hereof, and purchaser's entitlement shall be restricted to that FSI only. अब वो क्या FSI है is not, I don't know how a particular amount of FSI has been provided to the purchaser, because title के साथ में जो भी मुझे FSI मिलेगा वो मिलना चाहिए. So what you are saying is that if the FSI increases tomorrow,
जी.
then I am not getting benefit of that FSI.
Sir, you would get the benefit of your FSI that, I'm telling it to you right now. आगे जाके FSI बढ़ता भी है, so majorly going ahead with the redevelopment, you can do the same.
No. ये इसमें क्या बोला हुआ है? What is this? The clause 10.3 is saying, purchaser is aware that particular amount of FSI has been provided to purchaser hereunder, and purchaser's entitlement shall be restricted to that FSI only.
Correct.
No.
1.3 I just said आपको.
हाँ, correct. So suppose tomorrow, Neral, who is the local planning authority, by the way?
So basically it comes under your Karjat Taluka, Raigad district.
Karjat Taluka. So suppose Karjat Taluka says we want to develop, so we are going to allow 2.6 FSI. I am restricted to only 1.3.
So then you'll have to take the approval from the concerned authorities only, because the plot and all the land is something which is already on your name.
Correct.
Yes. So you'll have to do that accordingly. Yes.
हाँ, तो मेरा कहने का मतलब है, here you are saying something which suggests that you are trying to restrict my FSI. Okay. And approvals की बात है, so you are saying the purchaser is aware that while promoter has obtained some of the approvals for the project, certain other approvals may be received from time to time. Okay. Having regard to the above position, the purchaser has entered into this agreement without any objection on demer and agrees not to raise and waives his right to raise any objections in this regard. Acha, now have you got environment permission?
Yes.
Environment approval मिला है?
जी हाँ सर.
Environment है?
जी हाँ सर.
तो किधर है? Let me see. Environment. Environment is not mentioned in the agreement. So what other approvals are you seeking which you have not got? Here you are saying I am aware that you are seeking some approvals which you have not got. Okay. What other approvals are you seeking which you have not got? Now I just searched environment. Environment is not there.
Correct. So we can do one thing, sir. We can do one thing. I have just started listing down all of the requirements, the documentation that you would be requiring for the same. Will it be fine if I get back with you?
Yes, please. You call me back, and I'll tell you what, because as they said here, it doesn't matter what anybody says. Ultimately, it is a draft agreement. Okay, I'll be signing on the draft agreement. Therefore, I have to enter into this entire decision based on only draft agreement. Okay, बाकी कुछ भी होगा, I don't care. Now, you send me a draft agreement which is complete in all these respects.
Complete in all of these respects.
Where FSI is mentioned, where septic tank is mentioned, or drainage and stormwater drainage is mentioned, quality of road work is mentioned, size of the common amenities is mentioned, not just swimming pool. Swimming pool of what dimension?
Definitely.
Okay, party lawn of what dimension?
I understood the measurements of the amenity and open
Measurements and
spaces.
specifications are mentioned. Overall plot size of the common amenities is mentioned. Environment clearance and all clearances are mentioned.
Done.
Okay.
Done. Yeah.
Okay, all those clearances have to be there as annexures.
Correct.
And all the conditions that are upon me, which I may accept if I sign this, okay, it should not be in a separate website, because that is what it says here. It doesn't even specify which website, but it is saying it will be there on our website. Okay. So, it should not be on a website. It should be part of the website of the promoter. It says here, 10.2. The purchaser shall follow the construction guidelines available on the website of the promoter for undertaking any construction of the plot. But if you are saying that this agreement is the whole and soul, okay, there is nothing outside the agreement. So your website is outside the agreement.
But it mentions that this particular line is a part of the agreement, right?
You can change it. You can change it overnight.
Like I said, the guidelines have not yet come, so that will be uploaded at the time before.
No, that means you haven't thought through the. See, there is a value proposition. You guys.
Correct.
Think about
right. I said in the beginning. When the team will be appointed, so accordingly I'll be there. But I understood your part. So let me get back with you on the same. I have noted down all these listings. Okay, I'll get a proper document ready for you regarding completing all of these
agreement. Okay.
Correct. I understood the part. Yes, sir. Definitely.
The thing it is right now. It is not thought through.
Correct. No, correct. Obviously, we are at the very nascent stage of our project launch as of now, sir.
अच्छा, एक second. अभी मैंने lien का देखा. So what are you saying about lien now? When I need a clarification on lien. Okay.
Lien.
From what? Lien means mortgage. Mortgageability. See, what you are saying, loans against the plot. Will I be able to get a loan against the plot?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You are saying yes, correct? Now the agreement is saying something a little different.
Which is?
I'll tell you. There is a clause 7.2 in your agreement. Okay. It says that, and uske pehle ek 7.1 में भी loan लिखा हुआ है. But I'll go to 7.2 and I'll go to that last paragraph. Notwithstanding the provisions hereof, it is clarified that until all the amounts hereunder have not been paid, the promoter shall have a lien on the plot, to which the purchaser has no objection and therefore waives his right to raise any objection in that regard. Okay. Now, after signing registered agreement, ideally what I would do is go and get a loan. Correct? And then that loan would be disbursed to you. Now, a bank will give me a loan when the bank gets lien on the plot. Am I correct?
Sir, so basically, the APF number from SBI is something that we have.
That plot has to be mortgaged to the bank, right? Or I'll have to separately mortgage something else. Like I'll have to mortgage my present house in order to get a loan for your plot, which I don't want to do. I want to mortgage the plot to get it's like a home loan, na? You mortgage the home which you are buying for the loan for that same house, correct? So I would like to mortgage the plot, and here what you are saying is promoter shall have lien on the plot. Ab de rahe ho plot. You are selling it to me at 1996 lakhs. Okay. And you are saying you have the lien, and I am waiving my right to raise any objection. Now suppose what you are saying is No,
Hello,
no.
hello, hello,
हाँ,
hello,
बोलिए,
sir,
बोलिए, बोलिए।
sir. Better we can do one thing rather than me pushing you for reading it entirely tirelessly. I can do one thing. Let me, go through the entire agreement,
you read
each and every line का clarification. Yes, and let me come back to
I
you.
will
It
send
won't
you
make any
एक काम
sense.
करता हूँ. I will send you
Yes.
a marked copy.
Yes, on this number you send it to me. Let me
You
get
have-
back with the
you have,
clarification. Okay.
this thing?
Yes, this number is available on WhatsApp. Yes.
It's on the WhatsApp. ठीक है. What's the name of what's the name of your person?
Gaurav Prabhu.
Gaurav Prabhu. So this number I should say as Gaurav Prabhu.
Correct.
Okay. So let
Sure.
me just send the marked copy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And let me get back with each and every line's clarification so that it does not happen कि आप लगातार कुछ ना कुछ ढूंढ के पढ़े जा रहे हो. I'm unable to provide the same. तो वो आपका भी time waste ही हो रहा है एक तरह से. So this would be better if I do the same. Definitely, yeah. That would be more helpful. जी, that would be more helpful.
एक बार आप just ये कर दो.
Done.
And then
Okay.
again agreement में again not.
सर आप हाईलाइट करके
चलो,
भेज दीजिए
मैं
सर.
highlight
इट वोंट मेक
भेज
एनी
देता
सेंस. आप हर एक एनेक्सर खोल के पढ़ रहे हो.
Right.
आप भेज दीजिए.
ठीक है चलो.